We're here back in the Fantasy Vibe Monday night in the NBA. We got 6 of my favorite plays, including a couple of my favorite value plays I think are underpriced. What game are we looking to stack up tonight? And my favorite play of the night, fresh off a 70 burger. Who are we talking about? Belly up to the Fantasy Barn. Find out. Welcome in, guys. Monday edition Beers Daily Fantasy 6-pack, flipping the script, talking some NBA here. 6 of my favorite plays for you on FanDuel and DraftKings. Thank you, as always, for stopping by and checking out the video. Now, before we get into the plays, do me a favor, click that thumbs up button. That's the tip jar here on this free video. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel and head over to scoresandodds.com/beer. Tons of great sports betting information over there. That link in the description of the video. All right, 7 games on the schedule. We got 6 guys fresh off the tap for you. Let's start at point guard, shooting guard with DERRICK White of the Celtics. Now, Boston going to be thin here at the point guard position. Both Marcus Smart and Malcolm Brogdon out tonight for Boston. Obviously, on the high end, Tatum, Brown take up a ton of usage, but I think DERRICK White can be right there. And we've seen the game log's been frustrating. If you've rostered DERRICK White, you know it's very up and down, but have had multiple games here so far this month of 30, 35 fantasy points. So he does have the upside. So more of a tournament play if you're deciding cash or tournaments. And you can definitely go there in cash. Prefer him in a GPP style. Has played well against the Magic so far this season. These two teams have met up a few times. And we know Orlando, not great against the point guard position. Bottom 12 this season. All lines up for a big night here from DERRICK White. All right, let's go to the center position next. We're going to go back to the well. Walker Kessler of the Jazz. Now, definitely let us down against the Nets. Tough matchup. He did not get it done there. This is the opposite, from a very good Nets team to a horrendous Charlotte Hornets team, a team we've been picking on all season long with centers. So want to go right back here. Some people may shy away here. Now, again, we still have the big pricing discrepancy we talked about. A value on DraftKings, a little bit more expensive on FanDuel. So you have to make some choices over there. But this DK price, one that he can absolutely smash. Double-doubles before that Friday game in 4 of his previous 6. Charlotte, again, we've talked about it a million times. Most rebounds allowed, right up the alley here for Walker Kessler, a guy that can pull down 20-plus rebounds. 3rd most points allowed, and of course, the most fantasy points allowed. I think he bounces back in a big way here tonight against the Charlotte Hornets. All right, back to value at shooting guard, small forward, with Kevin HUERTER of the Kings. Now, you're definitely going to want exposure to this game. Now, a lot of expensive pieces here that I don't hate whatsoever, but if we can grab a value piece out of this game, 244-point total here between Memphis and Sacramento. HUERTER playing well, averaging almost 34 fantasy points a game over his last 3, and it's a good matchup for him. Memphis has struggled here, especially allowing 3-pointers to these guys. Bottom 6 in the league, and that's the name of the game here. If HUERTER can get that deep shot going, that's when he can set up for one of these big games here. Also give up a ton of fantasy points here. So big total game, good matchup, fair prices. Love Kevin HUERTER tonight against the Memphis Grizzlies. All right, we're going to double up at center here with Alperen Sengun of Houston. Now, quickly becoming another one of my favorites. Now, obviously on FanDuel, you'll have to make a choice between these two. I prefer Sengun. DraftKings, you can load them both in that lineup, and that's certainly a route that I want to go tonight for Houston. No Kevin Porter Jr. once again. So this guy has stepped up and been very productive for this team. 3 straight double-doubles now. That's 5 over his last 8 games. And these two teams just played the other night. Sengun, 19 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists in that game. We'll see if Rudy Gobert returns to that Minnesota lineup. Obviously makes this matchup a little tougher, but the way this guy's been playing right now does not matter. If Gobert's out, he's a smash. If he's in, maybe it lowers some ownership here. But either way it rolls, I want some exposure here to Sengun tonight against this Minnesota team. All right, let's stay in that same game. Let's stay on that same side. We're going to load up on the Rockets here with small forward, power forward, Kenyon Martin Jr. So getting additional run here with some of these injuries, and this guy's been very, very steady and giving you that solid floor you're looking for in your cash games. We want around 25 on that 5K price point, plus the additional upside that he can get you into the 30s, start hitting that 6, 7, 8X return. So this guy playable in all formats. In fact, the minutes been very steady, 30 or more now in each of the last 5 games, has put 25 or more fantasy points on the board in 5 of the last 6. And another good matchup here. Minnesota, we know, has struggled a little bit defensively here against small forwards, bottom half of the league, against power forwards, bottom 3 in the league. I think we get a ton of points in this game. I think Martin continues to produce here with these minutes. Great value on both sites here tonight against Minnesota. All right, it's time you take a look at my favorite play for the night. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Night contest. Easy to play. All you got to do, get in the comment section right below the video and guess fantasy points on DraftKings tonight. For my Beast of the Night, closest guess, going to win themselves a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. Chance to check it all out behind the scenes. And while you're down there in that comment section, who's your Beast of the Night? Who's your top play? Sound off here for this Monday night NBA slate. All right, let's wrap this baby up. My favorite play for Monday night. You know, Mass, the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We tipped you off in the beginning. We're going to stack this game. We're going to go to the Minnesota side of things with shooting guard, small forward, Anthony Edwards, tonight's Beast of the Night. Now, some of you saying you're buying high on a 70 burger here. Look, this guy is the absolute offense for this team. 29 shots for him in that game the other night against Houston. They just don't have a lot of offensive pieces here right now for this Timberwolves team that can put the ball in the basket. So I don't think this is going to slow down. Are we going to get a 70 burger? Probably not. But I think 50 is the starting point here for Anthony Edwards against this Houston team. 44, 6, 4, 3, and 3. Really stuffed the stat sheet, so it wasn't just the points. This guy racked up a ton of fantasy points in all of the other categories. Has played well against this Houston team, averaging 28 points per game against them. Second most fantasy points allowed by the Houston Rockets here. Fast-paced game. Anthony Edwards, a value under 10K, and I think he smashes here once again tonight. Anthony Edwards, easily my favorite play on the board and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it for Monday night here in the Fantasy Bar. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback, hit me up in that comment section. Don't forget fantasy points for Anthony Edwards on DraftKings for your shot at some free RotoGrinders Premium. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Best of luck on the slate tonight. Thank you so much for watching. We'll take tomorrow off. Be back with another video on Wednesday. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Thank you, guys. Have a good night, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist